Hello everybody, this is Monica Gary, and I'm gonna do this video today. It's something I thought about a few weeks ago. I was at a doctor's appointment, and for pregnancy, and it's something that came to my mind about perspective. It's something that came to my mind about the word perspective, and I want to just share a little of that now. So we all know when you think about the word perspective, you think about the way you see something, the way something is viewed. What is your perspective on something? What is your take on something? How do you see, what is your mindset about a particular issue, a particular topic, about yourself? What is your perspective? How do you see it? And I was sitting there waiting. I think I waited about 3 hours. But I was sitting there waiting till my name was called. I just thought about my pregnancy. Now I will use this for an example so you can understand where I'm coming from. So I thought about my pregnancy, and when I found out initially that I was pregnant with my fourth child, I guess my mindset wasn't where it is now. And honestly, I was kind of like having that feeling like, how, it wasn't like a whole lot of excitement, honestly, like that. And I remember when I started feeling those symptoms, and I was kind of like, oh man, I have another one. Honestly, that was like my mindset. So I'm like, I got this 1-year-old running around. It's kind of like mentally, it's like, God, how am I going to do this? Trying to work on other stuff and doing this. And you know how your mind can just go there. And it wasn't like a lot of excitement. It was almost like I was allowing that to almost make me feel burdened. So, the one thing I had to do, I had to change my perspective. A lot of times we look at things and it causes fears, cause burden. You're trying to worry, you're trying to see how this going to happen, how you're going to work this out, but it's not for us to do. So I do believe that any situation that you're in, whatever place you may be, God will give you a grace for that. And 10 years ago, before I got married, been married almost 10 years next month. And if somebody would have told me I would have had 4 kids, I would not. I'd be like, no, not me, not that many. But I believe that God always give you a grace. From the first one when I didn't know what I was doing, the second one to the third one, God always gave a grace to handle that, wherever position I'm in, to handle whatever I need to handle at that moment. So I was just thinking about how my perspective had to change. I couldn't see having another baby as being like, oh, I'm not gonna be able to do nothing. Oh, it's a birth. I sometimes it's almost like that feeling, oh, this and that, or I'm not gonna be, oh, what this gonna hold me, but you can allow that to cause you to see things a different way. Or I can switch that over, like, okay, God, you allowed me to have another child. You get, give me another child, allow me to have another child. My job is to do what you call me to do, still raise that child in the ways of the Lord, my husband and I, to do what you call us. And you will give me the grace to handle whatever I need to handle. No matter what else I'm involved in, no matter what other things I'm working on, having a 1-year-old, having a newborn, whatever the situation may be, God is going to give me a grace. And you know how a lot of times we're trying to figure things out. That's not our job. Our job is to trust God, that He knows what He's doing. So I know my perspective had to change. I noticed that once my perspective changed, how I saw the situation, there was freedom. It's like I'm excited. There's a hope, there's an expectation there now, and I'm excited. So that excitement came from me releasing those feelings of feeling like, change my perspective. I had to shift my mindset, how I looked at even my pregnancy. And that may seem like, oh, okay. But that could be any situation. Your situation may not be this, but your situation may be something else. But for me, I had to shift my mindset, how I saw my own pregnancy. So now there's excitement. Now there's joy. Now there's expectation, And that can come when I had a mindset of like, oh, what I'm going to do, or I feel like this, and you know what I'm saying? A lot of times we carry a lot of stuff we don't have to carry. So there's excitement now. So and I thought about some other things that came to my mind. I thought about how, how in life when you don't have no kids, you have people ask you why you don't have no kids. So it's like almost like people can put this certain thing on you, I guess you would say. Then when you have kids, I'm talking about in marriage, and then when you have kids and you have over a certain number, it's almost like a certain thing too, So I was kind of, it came to my mind like, what is that? Like, you know what I'm saying? What is that? And those thoughts began to come to my mind, but I understand that a lot of times people don't understand that happens when you don't have kids. It's like a certain pressure could be on you. When you have a certain amount, it's like you look, all eyes on you, like, okay, having another one. Like it's almost like So it's almost like you don't get a break. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's not how it should be. That's not how it should be. But I had to take my eyes off that, because that even was the issue for me as well. But I had to take my eyes off that and understand, God, this is still your doing. You know what I'm saying? It's still something God has blessed us with. So we have to still be able to trust God in this, and all things trust God, and understand there is a grace for every situation that we're in. So I was just thinking about how my perspective has to change. I have to refocus. And being pregnant with my fourth child is not something that's all physical. You know what I'm saying? It's not just a physical thing that I will have a baby physically, but it's still something mentally, spiritually. You know what I'm saying? It's still something that, your mindset still has to shift. For me, it's being a mom of three already. So it's a certain shift in my mindset has to take place, or refocusing on some things, maybe more priority has to change with certain things. So that's still things I'm even learning now. So, but I am grateful. I'm excited. I have an expectation. So even with you, your situation may not be mine, but it still may be something that you have to shift your mindset about. That could be leading to fear, that be cause you to be burdened about something, but God just wants you to shift your mindset. You know what I'm saying? Understand, it's a reason why this happened now. It's a reason why, this is what you have. It's a reason why this is what you don't have. It's still something God wants you to see. So you have to shift your mindset to be able to have that freedom, to be able to have that excitement, expectation, and that hope of what God wants to do. So whatever your situation may be, how are you looking at it? What is your perspective? What is your mindset? How are you viewing that? Are you viewing it like, oh, it's bad? Are you viewing it like victim? Are you viewing it like it ain't gonna get better? Or are you viewing like, oh, I can do this, I'm more than conquerors, I got this, you know what I'm saying? God is on my side. So God has given us everything we need. He knows what we can take, He knows what we can bear, and He has given us what we need to handle whatever He has given us, you know what I'm saying? So just take courage to know that today you may have to change your mindset. You know what that is. You know what that is for you. What thing you need to change or refocus on, or change your mindset about, or your perspective on, that's going to be a better outcome for you. So I just want to share that. And for me, it was like, even my pregnancy was an example for me. And I had to change some things of how I was looking at it, you know what I'm saying? So I can be who I need to be for my kids, for my family, and all that. So that's all I want to just share about perspective, shifting your mindset, and allowing God to do what He wants to do in your life in this present moment, in this present season. So but that's all. So what is your perspective? How are you seeing things? What is your mindset? Do you need to shift your mindset as it relates to some things right now that you may be going through, that you're dealing with? But that's all for today. I just want to share that. So be encouraged, knowing that God will give you a grace and ability and enablement to handle whatever you need to handle. Wherever place He puts you in, He will give you what you need to handle that. And that's all for today. I will see y'all later, or talk to y'all later. Bye.